radiating pain towards your neck and upper extremities, following the what? Dermatomal distribution, or even the nerve distribution. So etiology, we have here your disc herniation, will be discussed later. This is the most common under younger patients. The spondylosis, which is another reason why they have cervical radiculopathy, but most common under your older patients. Knowing this is a osteoarthritis of your spine. With the degenerative foraminal stenosis, this is a stenosis, so narrowing of your foraminal, and your trauma and a tumor. So, since this is just a radiculopathy, you can just explain in under pathophysiology that whatever happens, it could be a disc herniation or trauma or tumor under your etiology that might lead to the compression of the cervical nerves. It might lead to the cervical radiculopathy. Doka amo na siya discussion. Very basic. So, under your clinical manifestation, since it is a radiculopathy, expect to have a pain, radiating pain, your numbness, as well with the motor deficits and sensory deficits. So you can just explain weakness of your upper extremities, and then sensory affectations following the dermatomal distribution or nerve distribution. So amo lang na siya. If you want to be specific, you can just discuss each lang ang mga amo ni siya. But with the context, just mention the motor problem and the sensory problem. So that's good already. Okay? So like here, primarily with unilateral motor and sensory symptoms, since this is radiculopathy, so usually unilateral. Muscle weakness following the myotomal distribution. Sensory alterations following the dermatome. Same with the, of course, reflex affectation and the radiating pain. Very, very important to explain or to discuss under your cervical radiculopathy. So, special tests, we have here your foraminal compression or the Spurling's test, Jackson's compression test, and shoulder abduction relief test. So the most common use to check your cervical radiculopathy is the foraminal compression, Spurling's test. Can you still remember how to perform the Spurling's? First is neutral, compress. Second, extension, compress, and last is lateral. Towards the affected or away the affected? Towards the affected. If there's a pain towards, obviously there will be cervical radiculopathy or possible nerve compression. If away, it's so di ka pero di nagsakit. Muscle affectation. Okay, muscle spasm, muscle affectation. So we're good. With the Jackson compression test, it's kind of same with the foraminal compression test, but rotation. And lastly, the shoulder abduction relief test. Okay? Okay, so our second condition, so amo na siya ma-discuss atong with the cervical radiculopathy. Just with the epidemiology, you can just mention the most common under, like for example, the spondylosis. Most common siya affected older individuals. The disc herniation common in younger individuals, etc. etc. Okay? So, your pathophysiology, discuss naman on the compression. And you can just generalize later the PT management, PT assessment, medical assessment, and then medical management. So with the conditions, here, I already mentioned the spondylolysis and spondylolisthesis, but they are not common in the cervical spine. The most common one is your spondylosis, which is the osteoarthritis of your spine, aka spondylosis deformans. So make sure as well with the other names of the conditions because it's usually the basic question under the EC. Diba in your side question may EC, may average, and may difficult. Usually sa mga EC, amo ni siya mga questions. So as the other name, basic anatomy, etc. Nga no need explanation at all. So the most common location of your spondylosis is your C5 or your C6 because this is the most mobile cervical spine. Okay? Nagagawa mo niya siya sa book reviewers, C5 and C6. Spondylolysis is just a defect or fracture of your pars interarticularis. So could possibly lead to spondylolisthesis. What do you think is the reason why? Nga makali siya spondylolisthesis.
Wala na may gapog ko.
And break in the bone.
So what do you think? So anong affected galing sa spondylolysis?
Pars.
Pars interarticularis. So affected one pars interarticularis. Only one. Diba duwa mo na siya? Since ang pars articularis located between your superior and inferior facet. So duwa na siya, left and right. If one affected lang, pars interarticularis na fracture, stress fracture, no na damage, it could lead to spondylolysis. If nagduwa, no, if duwan sila na so obviously it might lead to anterior slippage. Kaya wala na may connection. So mapaamo na siya. And that's the reason why we have your spondylolisthesis. Are we clear? So with your spondylolisthesis, anterior slippage of your superior vertebra over your inferior. So if by posterior slippage, what's the condition? Retrolisthesis. So another common question under your EC. Ano, picture? Ang ano? Are? Ang ano? Sige na, give mo na rin surgery. I'll give you the PowerPoint na lang after the class. Oh.
Buti naman.
Sige. So, we're gonna discuss. So, dili pa lang sa spondylolisthesis, pwede niya siya ma-DD, ang tatlo, at ang flexion sisters. Okay, they're called the flexion sisters. Kay relieve ang pain during flexion. Okay? So, your spondylolisthesis, synonymous to osteoarthritis or OA of the spine due to, first is degenerative. There is wearing and tearing of your cervical spine. The most common location as well, you can use the most common location, with the epidemiology, the C5, C6. Okay, don't forget that one. It's often seen in persons more than 25 years of age, and then 60% of individuals, usually older 45 years old, and 85% it's 65 years old. You can correlate this one with a degenerative problem. So with the pathophysiology, we have actually a lot of pathophysiology under your cervical spondylolysis. But if you can just explain that there is wear and tearing of the cervical spine, just okay na siya with the pathophysiology. So there is degenerative changes that affects the 5 articulations of your cervical segment, no? So we have your intervertebral disc located between two vertebral bodies. Now we have bilateral zygophysial joints, left and right, and your unconvertible joints of Luschka. So we have here the joints of Luschka, which is specific joints under your cervical spine. Usually lowered, L3 to C3 to C7. It's because C1 to C2 we have the what joint? Your C1 to C2. Atlanto. Occipital. Sige kayo, ako tayo C1, kaghang occiput. So, okay. So we have here, the most common problem is your unconvertible joints of Luschka. This is the joints between your C3 to C7. So, since again, the most common affected structure is C5 to C6, so might lead to affectation of that one. Degenerative cascade is true to begin with a disc and loss of the disc height, so leading to compromise during the phases of degenerative changes. So let's go with the clinical manifestation. There is tenderness on the posterior aspect of your neck. So palpate, especially if which structures or cervical segment is affected. Amo man siyang most painful with the tenderness. Your neck pain on the posterior aspect as well. Your neurological findings, and there might be a headache and lightheadedness correlated with the affectations of your cervical. But neurological findings, usually this is positive because of the special test that might be possible if there is problem with the nerve compression and your meningeal irritation. Again, another reason why we have the cervical radiculopathy is because of degenerative changes, which is spondylosis. Di ba? Mention kagina ang iya etiology ni cervical radic, which is your 1 to spondylosis, which is again degenerative changes. So it might lead to Sperling's or foraminal compression test and then the Lermit's test. So it's very important as well to discuss. We don't actually have the specific test for the spondylosis, but with the complications and possible another affectations, you can also check for the Sperling's and Lermit's. Okay? Meron naman siya indication, so you can just opt that one. Okay? So we're good with the spondylosis. So ako naman siyang i-discuss. Again, this is very basic. Basic kadama. Your cervical disc herniation is the displacement of your nucleus pulposus. So basically, displacement lang of your nucleus pulposus through your annulus fibrosus. Nagwa lang din siya. Okay? Nag-displace lang si nucleus kay annulus, which may compress the cervical nerve root and the spinal cord. This one is the complications na, okay? Nga ma-compress the cervical nerve root and your spinal cord. Another reason mo tagaligapon kay cervical radic is your disc herniation. So, pwede siya corrected, that's one. Classified as soft and hard. Soft refers to more acute disc injuries and displacement of your nucleus pulposus, while hard is the disc material described as calcified and spondylotic ridge. So, usually this is more on acute and the hard is more on chronic. It's because there's a presence of calcified and spondylotic ridges or material. Epidemiology, most common in adults, usually 30 to 50 years of age, more frequently in males than in females, as well with the most commonly affecting structure, which is your C5 and C6 or C6 and C7. So again, it's because C5 and C6 and C6 to C7 are usually the most mobile segments, okay? Increased segmental motion in these areas. With the anterior disc herniation is common than posterior disc herniation. Anterior disc herniation is less common compared to posterior disc herniation. Same with the disc herniation will be discussed later on in lumbar spine. Still, the posterior lateral is the most common direction of your disc herniation. What do you think is the reason? It's because
Ang ano sis? What's the most common direction? Sa posterior lateral.
what do you think is the reason why that the posterior disc herniation is most common compared to anterior disc herniation?
Whiplash.
More ano sir?
Cervical pa muna na siya.
Center of gravity is mas indicated sa posterior than the anterior. Sa base ng head para sa
Okay. Actually, more structures located posteriorly compared sa anteriorly. So, more to siya ma-compress, especially here, diba? Most common compression in the posterior structure. It's because, again, the anterior part is your vertebral body only. The posterior, we have the superior facets, inferior facets, the spinous process. So, more madal siya ma-compress, okay? So, regarding with the etiology, again, degenerative disc disease will be discussed later, which is the most common. From the name itself, degeneration, so usually occurs older individuals. Repetitive cervical loading and acute trauma, with, of course, trauma, and usually your poor posture. Again, this herniation is a flexion bias or extension bias?
herniation. Extension bias.
It's extension
Extension.
bias. So we have here in cervical disc herniation, we have three. We have intraforaminal herniations, which may result in acute radiculopathy, affecting the nerve exiting through the respective foramen, especially intraforaminal. So usually the foramen structure is affected, which is the most common. The posterolateral disc herniation occurs because of the rhomboid shape of the PNL tends to direct disc material to one side to the other side. And your central disc herniation, which passes through the substance of your PNL, resulting to your nerve spinal cord compression. So these are the cervical disc herniations na under. It could lead to different locations of affectation. It could be from foraminal compressions posterolateral, and your central herniations.
Underwear na sila yung buta discussion.
Mm,
Pidin.
pwede man hindi lang ma-discuss. Joke lang. Actually, doon ka ano lang siya. Doon ka good to know nga tags. Basta ganit, general, ang mga gyapon, cervical disc herniation, as long as you can explain the cervical disc herniation. Pero ari ni siya kay sa side
Hindi
view.
na discuss.
Oh, possible. Pero hindi man yun siya. Hindi man siya di common. Hindi siya common.
I mean, not discuss mo sa klase ko sa
Okay lang na, no need to discuss. Usually, ga-add lang kung di mga pwede pang differential diagnosis. Oo. So like sa upper extremity, why ko si Monteglia, kag si, ging add ko lang to for DD kay radial ulnar fracture, ay kay fracture. So focus lang yapon sa guidance, wala, gini sa isang panel nyo. Kag actually, ask ko naman ang kung ano ang sang panel nyo. Kag same lang gid siya with the kung naghihatag sa inyo ni Sir Rick. So focus lang sa amo to mga aspects. This one, you can explain this under your definition, no? If you support your definition, but it's not usually necessary. As long as you can explain the definition of your disc herniation, that's already good. So with the disc herniation, clinical manifestation, severe neck pain, of course, neck pain, usual ganyan guys, orthopedic condition, pain at all. So, we have limited range of motion, especially your cervical spine. The neck pain increasing, usually we have the aggravating factor of coughing, sneezing, and the muscle weakness and usually decrease reflexes, especially if there's affectation of your spinal cord or your nerve roots at all. Diba, a complication niya, it might affect your cervical nerve roots and your cervical spinal cord. So usually yung mga manifestations niya, it's in the chronic stage. Your complications, again, ortho, chronic neck pain, cervical radiculopathy, and cervical myelopathy. Cervical radic, the affectations are usually are the nerve roots. How about your cervical myelopathy is your spinal cord. Okay? Here, your cervical myelopathy. So, injury to the spinal cord itself. No, with the cervical myelopathy, injury to the spinal cord itself. So, usually with this one, a progressive neurological disorder caused by compression of your cervical spinal cord, it is resulting to upper motor neuron dysfunction. Since part pa man siya gyapon guys, si spinal cord of your upper motor neuron. Okay? Your spinal cord in your brain is part of your upper motor neuron. It might lead to upper motor neuron dysfunction. It's progressive, especially if you cannot, treat this, since the cervical spine usually nag-bear weight of your head. So if it's repetitive or prolonged compression, it might lead to more damage of your cervical spinal cord. Epidemiology, most common in adults, 50 to 70 years old. Most common cause of spinal cord dysfunction in older adults. Knowing that the most common age range is 50 to 70. So most common cause of the spinal cord dysfunction is older adults. Frequently affects as well your C5 and C6 and then C6 to C7 levels. So usually, it's because, again, amo siya gyapon basta the most mobile, the most kundi siya more friction, wear and tearing, so it might lead to. Etiology, again here, the etiology, cervical spondylosis, most common form. And disc herniation, your degenerative disc disease, and your trauma. So usually, sila lang man guys, with the reason, no? Basta the most common reason is degenerative changes. No, it could be your spondylosis, might lead to affectation of your nerves, no, which is your radiculopathy, or it might be affectation of the spinal cord, which is your myelopathy. So amo lang man na siya. But tandaan nyo lang, the most common cause here is your spondylosis, or which is the osteoarthritis of your spine, and your disc herniation. Okay, duwa na sila. Pwede nyo na sila ma-discuss or ma-fall reason under your cervical myelopathy, your and cervical radiculopathy. Okay? Amo lang man na.
Paano nga siguro discuss ang anatomy?
Okay, with the anatomy, ako, I'll just discuss the cervical anatomy. Okay, ma'am, sir, this is the cervical anatomy. Ito ba lang? We have 7 cervical vertebrae, no? 7 cervical vertebrae. Butang mo lang da. Then kung anong names ang first vertebrae, second vertebrae, and then the last one, may mga name lang. No? Amo lang siya na son. And then we have 8 nerves. So the exit point, amo lang man na. Ano pagida? And those ones, the spinal cord, ari lang man na di. So, amo lang man na siya. From the structures affected, amo lang man na. The vertebral, cervical vertebrae, your spinal cord, and your nerves. Amo lang na siya guys ang anatomy of cervical spine. Even you can do this in the thoracic and lumbar since amo lang man siya usually affected structures. Kaya mas sulit naman yung yapon, ma-change na later ang name. Lumbar radiculopathy, lumbar spondylolisthesis, lumbar discernation. No? So, amo lang. Guys, don't worry about the anatomy as long as you can just give basic anatomy, that's already good. Kaya pila lang man na, may explain ka pa anatomy, may explain ka pa kines, etc. if gusto nyo. But usually basic anatomy lang. Gets naman na sa panel. Actually, if hindi mag-isa strict regarding with the information that you're providing, as long as you can just give information, okay, if hindi sila satisfied as a panel, if usually if hindi kami satisfied, we can just add questions after, di ba, we have side questions, dila kami nag-aano side questions, if gihungod yung ba nga hindi discuss for side questions, or if you already forgot. Kaya mabaan naman yung you forgot is because you don't know the answer. But if kabalo ka sa answer, usually mga amo na siya mga technique ka, okay, wala yung discuss mga amo na. So, okay lang. Question. Okay. Your signs and symptoms of myelopathy according to Maggie. So, we have here your motor changes and your sensor changes. Since this is spinal cord involvement, okay? So, duwa lang yung neurological affectations or neurological manifestation, which is motor and your sensor changes. So, we have here your initial symptoms. Usually, paralysis or paralysis. Ano pa din mas more important? Hyperreflexia. It's because why? It's upper motor neuron siya. Okay, hyperreflexia. It's because of upper motor neuron. Positive as well with the upper motor neuron special test or mga assessments, which is your Babinski and the other Babinski-like responses. And late symptoms, usually mixed picture of your upper and lower motor neurons. Usually be mga complications of upper motor neurons, the combination sa manifestation of the upper and motor neuron manifestation. So you can just explain that one. Sensory, this one, you don't need to memorize all of this. As long as you can just provide sensory affectations, the patient might experience numbness, especially if cervical, cervical affectation. Usually the manifestation or the sensory problem is what? For example, if sa na-discuss or na-mention na the level of the C6 spinal cord affectation, cervical myelopathy, C6. So you can just describe or you can just explain that the manifestation usually motor and sensory deficits will be given below C5 or C6. Okay, if amo na siya. And then wala ka lang following the dermatomal distribution, if sensory affectation, or all of the lower extremities or all of the basta tanan nga structures lower of that affectation affected. Okay, it could be motor or sensory deficits. Goods lang. Your special test, again, your Lermits. Ano tagan iliwat ang indication why we have to perform the Lermits? Meningeal irritation or we have here your Soto-Hall test and your Romberg. You can just research Soto-Hall. Add ko lang na siya. Kaya may siya sa Maggie. Pero wala ko na siya ging... And then, okay, naka-note ko guys sa Soto-Hall. Soto-Hall is that if the patient actively flexes the head to the chest while in supine position, the test is called Soto-Hall test. Actually, same siya with the, with the Lermits. Okay? Kaso this one, si Soto-Hall is actively performed by the patient. Same lang siya gyapon. Indications of your dural or meningeal irritation or possible cervical myelopathy. Okay, duwa na special test. Lermits, passively. Soto-Hall is actively. Romberge, you Romberge usually, where? No, this is not for balance at all. Romberge test, this is for what? It's consideration of your upper motor neuron dysfunction. Okay? So, manifestation na yung problem with the proprioception, the balance, and also usually indication of the upper motor neuron dysfunction. Pathological reflexes, so you can opt to perform Babinski or Huffman. No? Mga Babinski-like responses. To rule in lang na it's actually upper motor neuron dysfunction. Okay? So, with the medical assessment, since this is spinal cord, usually the gold standard to perform is your MRI. Okay? Soft tissue affectations. Medical management, as well with the EMG and CV, especially if the nerves affected. Now, this is just to check the nerve integrity. The medical management, we have surgical and your conservative management. For the conservative, guys, memorize yun na dapat na conservative. Activity modification, physical therapy, rest, ano pa ma-add nyo with the conservative? Medications, especially inflammation or pain, NSAIDs or analgesics, amugin na siya, guys. Standard. Wala na siya ga-change. So, safe na gid ka mo with the medical assessment and medical management. With the medical assessment, why naman nag-change, guys? Mga diagnostic, amo na gid na sila. Okay? You don't need to include the laboratory changes since this is orthopedic man. So, no need na. Maybe with the laboratory sa cardiac conditions, neurological conditions, but orthopedic conditions, no. More on diagnostic imaging kita. Surgical approach, we have here you can just perform cervical disectomy or fusion, cervical corpectomy or laminectomy. You just include the cervical. We're good with your myelopathy. Ibalasig. Basic. Question, this one. If you're not sure, you can just delete na lang sila. Kaya correlated with each other naman diyan. Okay? Kay whiplash associated disorders, this one is a collection of symptoms since this is a disorder. Basically, this is not just a specific condition, but a collection of symptoms affecting the neck, triggered by usually, mechanism is hyperextension followed by flexion of your cervical spine. So, acceleration followed by your deceleration, which is the most common, no, the most common cause. Impact may result in bony or soft tissue injuries, no, which is whiplash injury. It could lead to a variety of clinical manifestation called whiplash-associated disorder. So impact may result to bony or soft tissue affectation. So which is your whiplash injury. Injury lang na siya. No, if amo na siya. The bones affectations, the soft tissues affectations, the muscles, the ligaments, the tendons, they're just a whiplash injury. No? The whiplash-associated disorders, if it's a combination of those affectation. May problem ka na with the after, which is mechanism of injury, after this one, this one, na-affect si muscle, na-affect si tendon, na-affect si ligaments, na-affect si bones. That's what we call your whiplash-associated disorders. Because they might have a different manifestation each of the affected structures. Epidemiology usually happens at 30 to 50 years old. The most common, usually, no, female over male, and then most common affected is your ALL. Why?
Masakit ang yun.
paper.
Standard.
First good. As well with the, from the anatomical structure, only the ALL prevents hyperextension. And then, damo-damo nga structures or ligaments prevents hyperflexion. So, the most common affected is your ALL. Kawawa, saya, no? With the pathophysiology, again, if you know the acceleration, deceleration, I know the hyperextension to flexion, you can just explain that one in your pathophysiology. Since this is MSK lang man nga condition at all. Usually trauma, no? If trauma man could be, if what really the reason. But yes. So with if hyperextension of the neck followed by hyperflexion, it might lead to soft tissue injury, no? Your bones, your tendons, your ligaments, might lead to possible joint capsule problem, disc problem, and your neural injury or nerve affectation. Structures commonly injured, again, since this is soft tissue injury, we have your muscles, your ligaments, your joints, your nerve roots, or your nerves, and your ivy disc. We have grading, cubic severity, classification, grading, whiplash associated. So from grade 0 to grade 4. 0, it's usually no complaints about the neck, no physical signs at all. So wala agad siya. Grade 1, if the neck complained of pain, stiffness, and tenderness only. May pain siya, may stiffness, and may tenderness. Okay? Nagamba si patient, nagasakit iya liog. Then you do palpation, pagpagpait, naghambal sakit. Then that's grade 1. No physical signs at all. Grade 2, neck complaint and musculoskeletal signs. Nag-complain na siya of pain, stiffness, as well with the tenderness, no, and your musculoskeletal signs, including your decreased range of motion, as well as your tenderness. May decrease na siya, may joints affectation na, nag-decrease ng iyang range of motion, and your muscle affectation as well. Grade 3, neck complaint, nagamba siya painful yung neck, and neurological signs, okay? There might be a decreased range of motion, a tenderness with a plus of neurological sign. Grade 0, wala pa. Grade 1, pain only, tenderness. Grade 2, pain with a musculoskeletal manifestation. Grade 3, pain and neurological manifestation. Grade 4, neck complaint and fracture or dislocation at all. Okay? So if there might be a fracture or dislocation, possible that there's already might lead to affectation of your neurological symptoms. Since nerves and spinal cord is very important in your cervical spine. Okay? Question? Okay, the manifestation, we have here your pain given, no? Since it's an indication of your whiplash-associated disorder grading according to cubic. Mobility, of course, decreased range of motion. Here, your musculoskeletal and neurological manifestation. Di ba nambal to sa grade 2 na may musculoskeletal affectation siya? So muscle spasm, tenderness, and stiffness. If neurological naman, dapat ara si paresthesia or maybe possible numbness or weakness and even altered reflexes since it's under your grade 3. Complications, chronic headache, your of course chronic neck pain and anxiety and depression. Special tests, reverse Sperling's test. No, with the reverse Sperling's test, usually how will you perform the Sperling's? Compression lang, di ba? No? So again, kagina to, di ba gi-mention natong gina, if a Sperling's possible, nerve roots affectation, if toward. But if diri siya, di ba, muscles or ligaments or even other soft tissues involvement, which is an indication of your whiplash-associated disorders. Okay? Again sa whiplash, you're not sure about the it's a combination, no, of your clinical signs and symptoms because of the affectation of your soft tissue injuries. So it might be again your muscles, your tendons, your bones, your ligaments, etc., etc. So very general and special test, which is your reverse Sperling's test. Your torticollis, other name of your torticollis is your comparable deformity, or the most common one is your Raynaud, no? So make sure this one is very, feel ko gani as ni si torticollis, other name niya. Results from unilateral shortening and increased tone of your SEM. So we'll not discuss this one. Now we have two reasons now. It could be from congenital and acquired. Congenital, which is usually associated with, don't forget the firstborn, babies, and your multiple gestation. Given, usually sila rin siya, ang reason, firstborn or multiple gestation. Acquired, of course, acquired. More common in older individuals. So, with this one, the affected structure or your ACM, your sternocleidomastoid. What nerve innervates your SEM? Spinal accessory, which is your cranial nerve 11. Okay? So, what's the action of your SEM?
Lateral flexion and lateral rotation. Ay, sala.
Yes. It's lateral flexion and contralateral rotation. To stretch, do the opposite. Okay? No, but if usually mag-stretch ka, you include first the extension. Okay, then do the, you just need to add extension. Etiology again, congenital, which is the most common form, and your acquired. Pathophysiology, you can just explain that there might be injury or fibrosis to the SCM. The injury sa ACM, may fibrosis, o nakasified si SCM muscles, lead to shortening of your SCM. So, there is, again, lateral flexion and rotation. It's lateral flexion, and contralateral rotation. Persistent is usually untreated, especially congenital affectation, craniofacial asymmetry leading to your plagiocephaly and your postural deformities. Clinical manifestation, you can explain that one na shortening. So basically, limitation of motion of your SCM muscle. You can include as well the neck pain and tenderness and limitation of motion. If well with the craniofacial asymmetry, since it's really given or based on ocular inspection, you can already include or conclude that there's already a asymmetry, no, to your craniofacial. Again, it's the lateral flexion, contralateral rotation. To stretch the SCM, no, you follow the procedures, okay? First is the extension, and then you follow the rotation, which is ipsilateral rotation na, and then your lateral flexion, which is contralateral lateral flexion na. Since opposite naman na sang muscle action ang stretching. Okay? Paano bilo? Okay, we're done with your cervical spine condition. So, very basic, di ba? Tapos lang ito imagawatan niyo sa cervical spine. With the differential diagnosis, this is according to Maggie. You can do differential diagnosis kay cervical spondylosis. If, cervical spinal stenosis, pero why bina-include sa spinal stenosis so, ikes na lang siya. Or cervical disc herniation. Di ba common? Si spondylosis, cervical spondylosis, and your disc herniation. Among these guys, ang usually etiology, ang cause of the radiculopathy or the myelopathy, sila ganyan nga gawa. Okay? So, pwede nyo na sila i-differential diagnosis with each other or sa tanan sila. Ay naman siguro medyo maalam ako with the whiplash associated disorder and you're trying to call this na differential diagnosis. Pero, give lang the conditions na ma-differentiate lang siya. You can just add all of this, especially the ones in soft tissue injury, since this is a combination collection of the clinical manifestation, may neurological, may musculoskeletal na mga manifestation, so pwede lang sila gapon dire. As long as you can just defend na amo na sila. Torticollis, this is purely muscular in nature, so SCM muscle, you can up lang to check here kung ano mga differential diagnosis nyo sa iya. Okay? Kay? Kay WADS. Si Bagali, may classification to si WADS.
Amo lang to.
Si cubic, di ba? So may neurological, kag may musculoskeletal na manifestation. Kay neurological, pwede nyo na siya i-include ariho o yung mga neurological manifestation. Ma-off kaya not because of the etiology, the reason, but the manifestation itself. Pambal mo lang siya, this is might be may more on musculoskeletal siya nga problem, may mga tenderness, especially with the palpation. Kay myelopathy, it's more on spinal cord manifestations, etc. So with the cervical radiculopathy, nagtuka mo na siya. It's easier to do differential diagnosis if you know the manifestation. Okay? If gusto niyo lang sa purely manifestation to DDX a condition, go the manifestation. Wala na siya problem. Another one, we have cervical radiculopathy. Ay naman siya, if you need to more specific with the signs and symptoms na mention naman here, your cervical myelopathy, your brachial plexus lesion, your peripheral nerve, especially your upper limb na radiculopathy. Okay? Warning signs. This one is very important since naka-indicate it. Mga warning signs, your red flags. So, warning signs and symptoms of cervical spine disorders. It's very important to identify the red flags. It's because
Red flags na.
red flag siya. It's because it might lead to a serious problem, which is your spinal cord injury. Okay? Especially cervical, injury ka lang na feel mo lang spondylosis lang, tapos later ano siya, affectation spinal cord injury. So, goodbye. Especially if complete, forehead, wala. So, it's very, very important to identify the red flags. Especially pa sa ganito mga spinal condition, it's very important to identify the red flags. A spinal cord injury, dito na sa conclusion or ang end if you cannot identify it in early stage. Maybe may fracture. Now, a fracture of the vertebrae, especially your vertebral body, your vertebral canal. So, ano nagagawa? Which is spinal cord yapon. Go back naman yapon with the basic. No? Neoplasm, infection, neurological injury, especially if you have progressive neurological deficit, and even the upper and lower extremity symptoms, bowel and bladder dysfunction. With the bowel and bladder dysfunction, this is an indication that may be affectation of spinal cord injury with that. Now, this is already manifestation of the spinal cord injury. Basta gani, nag-treat lang ka mo ortho condition, nga diagnosis is ortho, spondylosis, pero nag-problem siya with the bowel, bladder, urination niya. So, might possible na na-affect na si spinal cord injury. Okay? Here, another conditions naman siya yapon. Cervical myelopathy, which is affectation of your spinal cord na. No? Mag-treat kami cervical myelopathy, wala pa siya na-diagnose properly, then the manifestation itself, refer na sa physician. Okay? Na hindi ko mag-spaghetti. The more nga weight bearing, the more nga compression, give stress in the spinal cord, might more affectation. So, even if mag-inpatient, sino din naka-inpatient? No, inpatient. Naka-inpatient. So usually sa inpatient, especially sa mga public hospital, very important din gina-include sa mga physician, especially if possible spinal cord injury na do not perform long sitting or even sitting or standing. It's because more forces or friction given to your spinal cord. Especially if hindi pa treated yung spinal cord, not properly diagnosed pa, pero possible, ginaano na sa physician, you're not allowed to even 30 degrees, no? 30 degrees, 60 degrees ang bed, it's not allowed, okay? Again, with the diagnostic medical assessment, with your medical assessment here, mag-i-measurement kita ito ng mga gold standard lang, but for easier lang min siya gapon, explain nyo lang sa each, no? Not each, each group, not each condition. So, you can perform plain radiograph x-ray. What's the purpose of your x-ray? Explain lang siya gapon. What's the purpose of your MRI? No? Your CT scan. Nga ma-op ka mo, okay. If usually, mga first, no? Mga acute phase, pagsulod pa lang, to DDX, other conditions, you need to perform first the very basic, the very accessible, which is your x-ray. Okay, that's the first one, first line usually. If possible na siya with the soft tissues, you can opt MRI. No? If hindi siya makita, especially mga stress fracture, if it cannot identified in your x-ray, pero yapon, suspect yapon sa physician, they might opt CT scan. Okay? Or maybe CT myelography. And then, if problem na with the nerve, very basic ini si EMG ha, EMG studies. Don't forget, especially sa high cervical radic, very important. Conservative management, again, so it's sulit naman kita gapon dito sa conservative management, wala man siya gabago. Okay? You might include lang bracing. Okay? Cervical brace to support your cervical structures. And surgical management. Sige naman ito gapon, guys. Dissectomy or fusion. No? We have your arthroplasty, your foraminotomy, or your laminotomy or laminoplasty. So, gatifer naman siya gapon. Otomy, ectomy, plasty, yung mga procedure. Your PT assessment and PT management. Sige. Ma'am, give me one PT assessment and PT management. Cervical range of motion. How will you perform the cervical range of motion? How about management? pwede.
Ah, nakakali.
Kalay, very basic. Kalay exercise. Torticollis, kalay. No, mga stiffness, kalay. Sige.
For the assessment, pwede ko ka
FMP, pwede.
Or gusto mo pa makita ka lang, sir. As sensory assessment.
Sensory assessment, very
Or
good.
empathy.
Okay.
And then for the management, pwede ko pa very basic. So, ano na ganito sir? First get, functional. Ang first na management, for acute management, sir.
Okay.
Pwede ko pa, hindi mo ba
Ice na yun.
Ice. Ice lang ganyan for swelling.
For swelling. But usually we don't have manifestation of swelling.
Ganit.
Okay? We don't have the manifestation. The most common usually kay degenerative changes man. So there's no swelling at all.
Di ba
Um,
pwede yung hot sir, no? Sa drain, sa neck.
Not exactly sa diri, but pwede kaya ka with the upper back.
Diba?
No?
Pero kung sa neck, ako bilang doon.
Oh, especially di kami upper back or neck, for them, painful naman yung ang upper back sa ila. Yung just tense. You can just opt to active range of motion, arms, magkakamo lang na siya. Tense, the safest one. Okay.
Ano din may basic niya?
Pag manage ka sa mga acute, usually active range of motion, iron, naman na siya. And then ultrasound, tense, na siya, pero sa upper back niya. Especially sa radiculopathy, no? Sila na traction, cervical tractions. Guys, kasi mag-asa traction ha, pila ka percent?
50% sa lumbar, sa 20% sa cervical.
Perfect.
Sir, sa gabi rin.
Pero may mga 10% pa na siya, may specific pa na siya.
Una na yung
General.
Amo na siya, no? Cervical traction.
Ano ba yan? Bala ko na
Si... What's your answer gonna miss? Ano?
Kalay.
Kalay, very, very important. Active range of motion. Stretching. No, amo na sila usually yung mga management. With the acute. With the return to function. Siya gamon guys, mag-explain ka mo with the PT management ha. Acute, subacute, or return to function. Or ano pa ito yung isa? Maximum protection phase, moderate protection phase, and then minimum protection phase. Okay?
Ginabado na talang.
Ano sir?
For me, for the management assessment, I'll do palpation. I'll be assessing the tenderness in the area. And then for the management, I'll be doing the immobilization. I'll be doing neck bracing. If ano again, neck brace done.
On neck brace. Okay, perfect. Gloria.
Marcolet.
Sige, another 3. Later naman sila. Classification. Management. Maano. Mali ka. Sige, ma'am. Special test, very, very important. Very basic, but very important. Very good. Ano pa? Ay, next.
Sa assessment,
Myotomes.
management, sa kapag sinubukan. Ano ba man? Dito sa susunod. Pwede, ano?
You think outside the box. Outside the box, sa sagwa. Okay, why na? Na-think na ma'am? Karon na lang.
Ano?
Ikaw mo lang manduwa.
Nerve flossing.
Stretching na lang. No, if wala lang ka mo guys ma-perform sa cervical, you can check the other manifestation ha. We have upper extremity affectation, especially cervical, since radic ang common. So you can just do some exercise of your shoulder. Okay.
Flossing.
Wow. Stretching. Mga mo na siya, mga very basic lang. Go, bibo, dugo. Dugo festival dance lang. Very good? Ano, sir? O pwede,
Acute na
pwede.
siya, diba?
Pero usually B, sa school na siya, nga may amo na siyang standard. Pero kung sa clinical setting na, ano gapon kita pa siyan?
Depende.
Case to case basis. Magyapon.
Ano kita pa siyan, Ged? We can give exercise ba?
Hindi.
Alin man?
Doctor.
Doctor's physician. Okay, doctor's physician, nang tagapon ng follow ko ng standard protocols ng doctor physician, standard lang. Okay? Question, but good to know lang you're aware of the different exercises, okay? PD assessment, go with the thoracic spine conditions. Thoracic spine, ano mga thoracic spine conditions?
Wow, the wager. Sure na.
Anong first? It's?
Scolio.
Hindi ang sa lista.
Hindi.
Tanong
Sa
mo.
lista, sa lista. You go with the anong content na given sir. TOS.
COS.
Showerman.
Oh, paano mag-spell? dot ka lang siya.
Ellipsis ka na sa akin.
S-C-H-E-U. A-U-E?
Sakto.
Ah.
Kulang answer sa sure man. Sa
After
with
H.
up.
E-U-E.
S-C-H-E.
Ah,
E-U-E.
U-E.
Ah.
Okay.
Sure.
Ano
Sure
next?
man.
Postural.
Ay, thoracic, postural.
Happy birthday to you.
Rib dysfunction.
Medyo tayo lang ba?
Bago ni guys. Bago ni.
Bago na.
Nagbago ni si rib dysfunction.
Ha? May dysfunction.
Oo.
Diba?
Kasi under.
Before si Sherman, under ni siya with the postural abnormalities na very general, tas nakanis way back, no? Pero subong isa sila. Apat lang. That's why ganun very basic si cervical kag si thoracic.
Scoliosis, sir.
Si scoliosis later para sa other spinal conditions. Lumbar and other spinal conditions. So, pray na kamo nga si cervical and thoracic. Kaya kasi gamamo lang na siyang content. 10, 29, 1 hour pa lang.
Excited na siya.
Oo, kaya din guys.
Pila naka-slide.
32 out of 132. Kaya na, nagabang.
32 out of 100 pa na.
122. Okay, TOS. I'm pretty sure you're already aware, familiar with the TOS. Nasuka, yung naigo si TOS ay, no? Compression of your neurovascular structures. We have your subclavian artery and subclavian vein. Specific of the brachial plexus, it's your lower trunk lang ha. It's CA to T1. The most common is neurological, which is your brachial plexus compression. And then vascular, 5%, which is very rare, might be the affectation of your subclavian artery and your subclavian vein. Sites of impingement, this one's very important. You can correlate this one with the sites of impingement to the etiology and then pathophysiology. Scalenus anticus, no? It's a compression between your scalene muscles, your anterior and middle scalene. Hyperabduction syndrome between your coracoid and your pectoralis minor muscle, and in your costoclavicular impingement, which is between your clavicle and your first rib. So, with the etiology, so usually it's trauma. The most it's your repetitive injuries. Anatomical, usually associated congenital, no, in nature, and your idiopathic. We don't know the main cause at all. So manifestation, this one is according to Maggie. Okay, Maggie? How would you pronounce that one? Maggie? Maggie? CG. So the neurological, guys, since we don't know, this is very general na clinical manifestation, we can discuss each, no? Since pain given naman, if neurological, patient might experience numbness, tingling sensation, weak grip, loss of bundle dexterity, extrinsic muscles, or we can say weakness na lang, okay? Muscle weakness. Your vascular, there might be cool or pale extremity, and venous, there might be swelling, and your multiple discoloration. Usually, yung mga discoloration, that's venous, okay? Pale and cool extremity, that's arterial, visual in nature. And then neurological as well, mga numbness, tingling sensation, so that one. So with the medical assessment, we can do multiple medical assessment depending on the nature ng affectation. Since sa tunga, masyagapon sa tatlo. Plain radiographs, especially if rib abnormality, no? MRI, soft tissues. Your CT scan, especially your CT angiography, yung angiography, this is for vascular compression. Okay, your arteries affectation, your veins affectation. Your Doppler ultrasound as well, no? Arterial flow and your venous obstruction. As well for EMG and CV, this is for lower brachial plexus affectation. Dapat na-mention si Doppler ultrasound, si CT angiography, and there's your EMG and CV for your medical assessment. Since not just one structure am affected, might be the other structures. Medical management, again, resection, scalenectomy or ectomy, your excision, and your release lang of the muscles. Fibrous band release, no? Special scalene muscles, and your pectoralis minor muscles nga release. Your special test, copy-pasted from the review center, very famous, Charao. Familiar kay Charao?
Oh, sulit-sulit.
Sulit-sulit lang. So, explain ta pa ni Itch.
Oh, so explain natin.
Special test. Hindi na. Hindi na. No, we have special test here. We have here your costoclavicular or military bracelet test. This is usually indication for your costoclavicular affectation syndrome. Halsted and your Addson. This is usually for scalenus anticus affectation. No? Si Roos, si Wright, and si Allen, usually this is for vascular in nature. Okay? Oo. Si Roos, tag. Isa, taas lang yapon. Perfect. Question, with the thoracic outlet syndrome, before si TOS na-include niya siya sa upper extremity, but I don't know, ano siya sa spine. But, good movement, kajut tayo. Sherman's disease. Okay? This is a rare, congenital, or degenerative weakening of your vertebral end plates, typically seen at T10 to L2. So, duwa siya ha, it could be congenital. Pwede niyo siya sa may etiology and si definition itself. No? Weakening ko, no, of your vertebral end plates. So, etiology nila, congenital in nature or degenerative in nature. Okay, amo na siya. AKA, Sherman kyphosis, juvenile kyphosis associated with the congenital Sherman or juvenile dyschogenic disease. With epidemiology, most common cause is in adolescents, which is 10 to 16 years old. Peak onset usually adolescent, growth man in nature, and your male affectation more affected compared to female, which is approximately 2:1. Etiology. With etiology, again, go back, may gapon sa definition kung anong na-define ito. Might be congenital in nature or degenerative in nature. So, ano naman siya? And include lang with the idiopathic that the main reason is still ano.
Diba sir, sila no, hindi wager, si wager, do ano na siya, do aging, yung problem.
Oh, so Sherman is congenital nga pag ano again. Mas dapat before na upda na yung group mo. So, you can do wagers, humpback, roundback, sila na Shermans, sway back. Wow, perfect. Pathophysiology, here, the uneven growth of your vertebral bodies results to anterior wedging or anterior vertebral wedging. So again, growth man siya gapon. So again, that's why the main reason to kagina is adolescent, no, 10 to 16. This produces a rigid kyphotic deformity. Secondary changes may include the nucleus pulposus affectation, which might lead to bone necrosis or the Smurl's nodes. So, guys, Sherman's disease is pwede siya differential diagnosis kay what? What condition? Younger individual, common, scoliosis. Okay? Scoliosis kasi Sherman's pwede yung differential diagnosis. Okay? Since congenital, yung usual na reason. this one, no? The clinical manifestation, we have here your thoracic pain and stiffness. There might be reduced thoracic expansion. It's because there's already a postural deformity, specifically hyperkyphosis. Okay? There's hyperkyphosis, might lead to thoracic reduced expansion. Rigid hyperkyphotic curved, and cervical lumbar hyperlordosis. Nag-hyperkyphotic na, and then, ang ano doon again siya, ano yung tawag? Forward neck, that's why lead to the nag-hyperlordosis. Complications, obviously thoracic chronic pain, progressive kyphosis, and reduced spinal mobility with respiratory compromise, knowing na di-reduce na si thoracic expansion. So it might lead to your respiratory compromise. Do kasi same sila diwag yapon ni guys ni scoliosis na manifestation and the complications na might lead to respiratory compromise. Knowing again guys yapon that the major cause here is the adolescents or younger individuals, usually 10 to 16 years of age. Thoracic scoliosis, pinaka-depende pa sa age is, especially female or male, but here usually 10 to 16 years old. Medical assessment, you can opt to check for the plain radiographs. This is the gold standard. We have here your anterior wedging of more than 3 consecutive vertebra by each 5 degrees. No? 3 consecutive vertebrae. Okay? Vertebra pa din 3 ni siya nga nag-anterior wedging. And tapos sa tatlo ni dapat, ang degrees na nag-change is 5%. Okay? So, usually the thoracic kyphosis is more than 40 to 45 degrees. End plate irregularities, Smers nodes, and disc space narrowing. Medical management, you can perform stretching, lifestyle modification, and medications. Surgery, spinal fusion. As well with the bracing, guys. Okay, bracing. You can opt to give the Milwaukee brace, which is common again in scoliosis, as well with the thoracolumbar orthosis or thoracolumboSacral orthosis. Question: if surgical management na siya, the kyphosis is more than 70 degrees. Okay? Bracing lang, more than 50 to 80 degrees. Pag surgical na, 70 to 80 degrees indication of the kyphosis. Question: kay thoracic postural syndrome,
Surgical, kung 70 na sir.
70 degrees.
70 degrees.
Oo.
Ay, sarap.
Ano yun?
Pamsanggol ito yan.
Ha?
Pamsanggol. Masakit.
Ako gusto.
Grabe no? Amazing.
So, kung
Perfect.
Gusto.
Sumagot na.
Gusto. Hindi.
Sige, away ka mo, please.
Di ko man
Surgical?
ano to, sir.
70, more than 70 to 80.
Kung wala, kung sa
Oo.
Kung bloodless.
Ako may kung sa
Bracing lang, conservative treatment. No, kasi nga gabon sa scoliosis na management, nga may depende man sa angles. Ano nga?
Hindi ka thoracic lang, yung wala ka ng bar sa bungo.
Miyara mo. After pa
Kaya
ako.
pa, hindi na pa.
Tapos, mag-book na kong grab papulino.
Thoracic postural syndrome. This is a mechanical, non-structural musculoskeletal characterized by thoracic pain and postural dysfunction. Non-structural. Okay, non-structural in nature. Mechanical, non-structural. That's the hint point here. Common in adolescents and young adults. Frequently seen in office workers, students, and computer users. So, everything is usually poor posture. It may due to poor posture.
CT.
Since this is non-structural, okay? Non-structural. Though acquired, no? It's usually poor posture. Poor posture, which is a slouch posture, which is the most common. Improper workstation ergonomics, it might lead to poor posture as well, especially improper sitting, di ba? With the chairs, a table, di ba? So, leading to weak postural muscles or muscle imbalances.
Hindi ko mas chop.
Kyphosis, condition that is most prevalent in thoracic spine. Di naman kita si kyphosis.
Sa thoracic.
And
In your sacral.
perfect. Top notch. Sure na ganyan, guys.
Body disarray.
Characterized with increased posterior curvature of your spine, and at the age of 40, the thoracic kyphosis tends to decrease. Ano gani ang common sa older individual?
Ano na?
Kyphosis. Yes, perfect. No? Common under your thoracic postural syndrome is your round back, since this is non-structural in nature. Si ano ba? Si
Sure.
Sherman, it's structural siya, yeah. No, structural in nature. Ari, non-structural sa round back. Usually caused by tight soft tissues with prolonged posture change, no, causing a round back deformity. This is reversible. Again, non-structural, this is reversible. Decreased pelvic inclination with the thoracolumbar thoracic kyphosis, accompanied by forward head posture, thoracic kyphosis, and protracted scapula. So sila ni tatlo, si forward head posture, thoracic kyphosis, no, and your protracted scapula, it's still under thoracic postural syndrome. Most common, of course, stretching for those weaker muscles, not just anterior or posterior. That's very general.
Amo na
We-
cross.
Oh, the upper cross syndrome. Since, di ba, kung may yapon, forward head, round back, protracted scapula. No.
Up na action.
So, you can do stretching, but you need to identify the weaker muscles and then the tight muscles, okay? You need to stretch and you to strengthen. The forward head, another for thoracic postural syndrome, there is increased extension of your atlanto-occipital joint and upper cervical vertebrae, and increased flexion of your lower cervical and your upper thoracic vertebrae. So there is also mandibular retrusion, and same management, stretching ka for the tight muscle and strengthening for the weak muscles. Causes usually again poor posture, no, occupation and functional posturing, incorrect postures, faulty sitting postures, and might be possible pelvic or lumbar spinal posture na incorrect. Here, we have here under, no? Pero okay lang if hindi nyo siya may mention. Okay lang man. Since already needed naman na sa thoracic postural syndrome, this is mechanical, non-structural, so reversible. Might ano mga structures na reversible? Shoulder, rounded shoulders, scapular protraction, and upper cross syndrome. With the upper cross syndrome, hindi ko pa i-discuss ang HH. Very basic naman. Postural muscle imbalances syndrome characterized by a pattern of tightness and weakness of the muscles around the neck. So, how will you check for the upper cross syndrome? Sige. What do you think? Upper cross syndrome?
Tight pecs. Tight mani mo lower back.
Upper cross.
Tight. Lower back.
Nag-aaway man ang mga person. Ara. That's according to Maggie. Okay. Rounded shoulder. This is normal. And sa pulang punta na siya, protracted scapula. This one. Tight C, upper trapezius and your levator scapulae, or your upper back muscles, and C pectoralis muscle. Tight. So you need to stretch those. Okay? The weak muscles, we have your deep neck flexors, or your neck flexors, your flexor neck muscles, and your lower muscles, which is lower thoracic lang ang muscles, which is your rhomboid, serratus anterior, and your lower trapezius. Okay, maybe question is siya, no, under your average or difficult question, ang upper cross syndrome.
Physical terrorist. Excuse you.
That's ill, tight. That is most dorsal.
Lower.
Possible, pero more on the lower cross syndrome kasi that's dorsal. Kung compare sa kay upper. Pero if dire, ma-tight siya, hindi siya kung mag-tight. Sa dire, sa upper. Pwede, pero case-to-case basis lang guro. Okay, though not necessarily nga included siya, but might be included with the insertion if sa oil na lang ang ginabasihan. Possible. Okay, with the medical assessment, there's no diagnostic imaging needed since this is structural pathology is only suspected. Medical management, this one is very, very important for the medical management since this is no surgery indicated. So you need to perform patient education, activity modification, ergonomic correction, if medications if needed, and physical therapy. So here, can you give me exercise for the thoracic postural syndrome? Any exercise that you may think?
Extension exercises.
Stretch the pecs. How will you stretch the pecs? How about actively?
Actively?
Asa
wall.
Yes. Okay, perfect.
Or gamot.
Wow.
Kaya mo ta. Kaya mo ta.
Wala mo na siya. Okay, and then, go lang ko magyapon sa basic, proper posture lang. Okay, power posture. Proper posture. If ergonomic correction, how will you suggest that one? Ergonomic suggestion.
Neutral spine.
Ang height sa table dapat, elbow, flex, 90 degrees. The wrist extended flex, neutral. Okay, if naka-extended, it might lead to
Carpal tunnel.
carpal tunnel application. Ano pa? Eye level ang monitor, no? It might lead to
Eye level or slightly
forward
below.
head. Ano pa ba?
Knee. Ang
Knee 90 degrees, knee hip 90. But the most important, if wala siya curve, wala ang chair, you can opt to put pillows to ano lang the lumbar curve. Perfect. Why mo? Ulit.
Let's go.
So, again, no surgery is needed since this is reversible. Amo na siyang nice kay thoracic postural syndrome. And your rib dysfunction.
Use break na
Guys, pwede lang madidiact si Yaya, si Sir Mans, kung si postural. Iyan na lang siya ng isa reversible, isa sometimes need surgery. Okay? Rib dysfunction refers to abnormal. This is rib dysfunction, very general. Very general, okay? So, refers to abnormal mobility, alignment, or mechanics of one or more ribs resulting to pain-restricted thoracic motion. So basically, abnormal movement, limited movement, alignment, improper alignment of your rib. Epidemiology, common cause of thoracic and upper back pain, frequently associated with thoracic spine dysfunction. So, since diba connected ba siya gapon kaso anteriorly lang gijabi si rib. Etiology, still your poor posture, repetitive lifting or twisting. We can go back gapon with the incorrect ergonomics. Go back gapon with the poor posture. Okay? So usually, ano this usually sa dili kay thoracic postural, poor posture, poor posture. Sa Sherman's congenital, sa dili, it depends sa structures na affected. Okay, so very basic si thoracic kag si cervical na i-discuss if oral rev pa siya. Okay, ma-correlate nilang siya gyapon. Normal rib motion depends on synchronized movement of your costovertebral and costotransverse joints with thoracic spine motion and respiration. So if any abnormalities or any deviation in here, it might lead to your rib dysfunction. Since, again, refers ka magyapon with the abnormal mobility, alignment, and mechanics of your ribs. So we have here 3 dysfunctions under your rib dysfunction. Your structural rib dysfunction, so usually due to joint subluxation or dislocation of your rib. Torsional, this is due to thoracic vertebral dysfunction, no, resulting to, it could be hypermobility or hypomobility. And lastly, your rib respiratory dysfunction, which is either due to either hypomobility between the ribs or hypomobility of your costotransverse or costovertebral joints. So, that's why we call respiratory rib dysfunction. It's because there's already your intercostal shortening. Okay? no, between the ribs na intercostal shortening. Here and costotransverse or costovertebral joints. See, torsional rib dysfunction, usually hypermobility of the thoracic vertebra. So your costotransverse and your costovertebral joints are affected lang here sa torsional. With the respiratory, si intercostal or the ribs nga affectation. Okay? Here, it depends as well with the manifestations, no? And the dysfunction. So with the dysfunction, structural, diba, it might be a what again? Fracture or dislocation. So we have here anterior subluxation, posterior subluxation, and superior first rib subluxation. Not this last page. Okay. No. We also have here your torsional rib dysfunction. So it might be because there's external rib torsion or internal rib torsion and respiratory rib function, which is inhalation restriction and exhalation restriction.
Ano ang torsion? Sino?
Torsional imbalance of movement. So might be the problem with the
Torsion like sa joint.
sa joint kid. That's why gani here, ang affected here is the hypomobility and hypermobility of your joints. Specifically, your costotransverse or costovertebral joints. What may differ with the respiratory is because there's already affectation of your rib or intercostal shortening. Nga sa ribs, naging siya yung in nature. Question? Hindi na problema yung mga rib dysfunction. You can just do, nag-explain ako each big. Mention ko lang si structural rib dysfunction, si torsional rib dysfunction, si respiratory rib dysfunction, but you can just explain it in general. Okay? Na there's abnormal mobility, alignment, or mechanics of one or more ribs, resulting to maybe restricted thoracic motion, impaired respiration. So you can just explain that the clinical manifestation. It's their clinical manifestation already. There's a pain, especially rib area. There's a restricted thoracic motion, and your impaired respiration in chronic stages again, especially if under your respiratory rib dysfunction. Okay? Amo na siya. Question? Okay, we're good to go with your conditions. But I need to add that, see, ankylosing spondylitis. It's not part of your presentation or on the valida, but for good to know lang for differential diagnosis. Okay? Your ankylosing spondylitis, other name niya, it's
Bamboo spine. Bamboo spine.
it's not other name is a bamboo spine. That's just to check the x-ray, it's possible siya. It's your
RA of the spine.
Marie Schrumpel disease or si von Bechterew. Not familiar?
Not familiar.
Schrumpel. Si ankylosing spondylitis. Si Marie Schrumpel. Or si von Bechterew. It's not the other name si... Si Marie...
Schrumpel. Like si
This is
Von.
board exam
Sino pa ganyan
info. Si von Bechterew.
Von
Von, spelling ba?
Vectri. Vectri. Ano na ipigil? German. Vectri.
Diba?
Von?
Von Bechterew. Si Marie Schrumpel. The other name ni ankylosing spondylitis. Ni Angkol.
Hindi na mag-delete.
Hindi pag delete?
Hindi mag-delete.
Picture yun.
Very good. Sino ka dyan?
Might include to your easy questions. So here there is fusion of your vertebra or your spine. It might lead to a bamboo spine if i-check na siya in your x-ray. So a special test you can perform here si Schuber's test. Familiar si Schuber? Schuber's test.
SCHO?
Schuber's test. No, or bending forward test na siya. Okay, so ayun yung need nyo is a measuring tape lang. So usually it's your landmark S2 to
Ay, centimeters pa na. Above.
10 above.
10 above, 5 below. So, if how we'll say it's positive,
Taas.
Itong gamay.
if more than
5 cm. 2 cm. Gabi ba 10 cm?
Ano, sir?
the normal nga mobility, it should be 5 centimeter. Okay? If more than 5 or more than 10, that's hypermobile, which is not the manifestation of your AS. Kaya dapat less than 5 siya. Kaya nag-fuse na ganit ba? So there's a balance na nag-fuse na siya. So less na dapat ang mobility, which is dapat ang Sjöberg's test is less than 5 centimeter. Ideal positioning,
Standing.
standing. Ideal positioning, how do you position? It's in standing.
Standing.
No, spine movements.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? It's flexion extension.
Flexion.
Ano?
Flexion.
Flexion extension. Ang ideal positioning. How will you position the patient who is diagnosed with ankylosing spondylitis?
Neutral.
Ah,
Neutral.
i-refer na lang siya sa
Flexion extension.
Duwagin nila.
Sino ang flexion? Sa extension.
Extension.
So, di ba ka nag-bench na? So, this one. So, the ideal positioning sa ila dapat na-extend. Kaya dapat yung vertebral body man, di ba? Vertebral body nag-fuse na sila, nagtapikay. So, what you can do is to extend para ma-separate sila nga, di ba? That's it.
Gia.
Gia. Extension bias.
Extension bias. Correct. Extension bias.
Grabe. Okay lang, miss. Sorry. So, we're good with the differential diagnosis? Okay na tayo, i-differential diagnosis nyo? Okay? So, we're now the... Pwede, kay Sherman's. Kay thoracic postural.
And then,
Kay sila lang diba? Okay.
sir, dysfunction.
Pwede man siya sa lumbar later, kay Virginals kasi ano ba, pero most common siya Sherman's kay thoracic. Kay rib dysfunction,
Care dysfunction.
kay rib dysfunction, you can just opt to, manifestation na lang siguro. No, decreased thoracic mobility. Pwede ka later ka, thoracic postural ka na lang. Okay. Thoracic postural, kaya naman din yung problem ng Besides, this one is a collection of syndrome at rib dysfunction. It's not just specific, so you can just correlate with the other conditions. So maybe may serve with a rib dysfunction, may pain sa rib, may pain man possible sa thoracic. Kung kay postural measures or kay focuses, pain lang siya with the thoracic. Nung ako na chichi, ano na lang.
Tagalit.
We're good?
Yeah.
We're good?
Yes.
So what if nagamutan niyo si cervical at si thoracic? What are the conditions under
Cervical.
cervical and thoracic?
Radiculopathy, myelopathy, herniation, herniation. One. Tos.
Perfect.
Ang tos ang nga.
TOS,
Sherman's, thoracic,
and
rib dysfunction.
perfect. Tani magamutan niyo tani shoulder. Tani magamutan niyo tani lower leg, ankle and foot.
Ay.
Ayun, last na. Hindi ko na.
Kamalawas na po din budaya ng kwento sa ina.
Sino yung panel?
Secret.
Gaan pulburon na siya ako.
Gata kami, sir.
So guys, with the red flag, since this is thoracic, so be mindful of the MI, no? Your most usually cardiac conditions. Your MI, your stable angina, your pericarditis, your pulmonary embolus, and pneumothorax. So more on your cardiopulmonary na siya nga red flag, since thoracic, they're still under your thoracic level. Ano ba? Ano tadi? Yung mga red flags. you have any other questions? Another one, conditions with a red flag. Diagnostic imaging and management, assessment and management. Seeing ng Japan, no, you can just opt to perform X-ray if you want to assess the thoracic fractures. The MRI if you want to assess the soft tissues under your thoracic area. Your CT scan if the X-ray cannot read ng mga stress fractures or mga bony abnormalities. Your myelography, just indication or alternative to MRI. And your EMG and CV lang siya for nerve dysfunction. Management, same at all. Mentioned earlier in the cervical area. Okay? Just add the bracing. PT assessment. Ma'am. Postural assessment, very good. Set the section of the structures.